Because I'll break your camera. All right. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with my overhead clearance lights. They are mounted secure. They're not cracked, they're not broken. They're amber in color. Now look under my truck. I don't see no puddles or leaks. And the vehicle is not leaning to one side or the other. When I come up to my truck, check my hood mirror. It's mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal stickers. My headlight is mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's clear in color. My turn signal is mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's amber in color, and I got a reflector on the side. It's mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's amber in color. Then we can open the hood up. I advise you to get some gloves, because it's gonna be nasty. You get dirt all over your hand. First on this side, I'm gonna check now. On Joe's truck is the exact same thing.
Okay.
Everything on there, what we're doing is the same.
Okay.
Check these 3 hoses. 1, 2, 3. They are mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they're not leaking. Check my belt-driven alternator. It is mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing bolts. My alternator belt is not cut or free. And if I was to pull on it, I would have no less than 3/4 of an inch of free play. Check my alternator wires. They're not cut or free, and they're mounted and secure. Check my turbo. It's mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing clamps or hardware, and it is not leaking soot. I'm gonna follow my exhaust all the way back here. All the way back to this little spot back here. To my exhaust pipe. It is mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing clamps. It's not leaking soot. Check my exhaust mount. It's mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing bolts. My heat shield is mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing bolts. Check my exhaust stack. It is mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's not leaking soot. Come around this way. Check my fuel tank. It's mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's not leaking. And I have bands that flush up against the tank. And if I was to remove my fuel cap, it would be a rubber seal underneath, and it's not leaking. Check this door mirror. It's mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal stickers. My door, it opens, it closes. There's a rubber seal around my door. It's not cut or free. My door hinges, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and supports the weight of my door. Now on your truck, this door might be on the same side, I think. Some truck it's on the other side, the emergency equipment. I have a fire extinguisher. It's mounted secure, and it is fully charged. I have 3 red reflector triangles. Really, you want to open this and count 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. 3 red reflector triangles. They're mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. I have spare fuses somewhere inside of my cab. You don't even need to see where. Somewhere in there. Close all of this up. Check my stairs. They're mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No obstruction. Then we through here. I'm gonna catch this light. You don't even need to see what light it is. This light. It's mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Amber in color. Go to the other side. This is the way I do it over here. These hoses, they are mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. They're not leaking. Check my dipstick. If I was to pull it out, it will be no metal shavings, it will be the proper color, and it will be filled to the proper level. My coolant reservoir is mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. It's not leaking, and it is filled to the proper level. My belt-driven water pump is mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. It's not leaking. My water pump belt, it's not cut or frayed, and if I was to pull on it, I would have no more than 3/4 of an inch of free play. Then you can't see it, but down here in this hole right here, you see that little red label? That's my gear-driven air compressor. It's mounted secure. It's not cracked in or broken, and it's not leaking. And then right next to it, this hose right here runs to my gear-driven power steering pump. It is mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. It's not leaking. And I'm gonna check all 3 of these hoses. 1, 2, 3. These are all my steering hoses. They are all mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. They are not leaking. My power steering reservoir is mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. It's not leaking, and it is filled to the proper level. My gearbox is mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. It's not leaking. There are no missing bolts. I'm gonna name all these parts. Now I'm going to my steering parts. Pitman arm, drag link, steering knuckle, calcer nut, cotter pin, and rubber bushing. They are all mounted secure, not cracked in or broken, and the bushing is properly greased. Now I'm going to my suspension. I'm gonna name all the parts for you. This is my front, and right back here is my rear spring mount. My leaf spring, my U-bolts, and my shock absorber. That's my suspension, and it's the order you check it. Check my front, and you point to the rear. Spring mounts. They are mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. No missing bolts. My leaf spring, mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. It's not shifted. My U-bolts, they are mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. No missing bolts. My shock absorber is mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. No missing bolts, and it's not leaking. And now I'm going to my brake parts. I'm going to name all the brake parts for you. Brake hose, brake chamber, slack adjuster push rod, and down here you can't see it, but the brake drum and the brake pad. You know where the brake drum and brake pad is? Right here. It's behind that cover. So I'm going to start with the brake hose. Check my brake hose. It's mounted secure, not cracked in or broken, and it's not leaking. My brake chamber, mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. It's not leaking, no missing clamps. My slack adjuster push rod, mounted secure, not cracked in or broken, no missing hardware, and if I was to pull on it, I will have no more than 1 inch of free play. Then my brake drum and brake pad, you can name them together. Brake drum and brake pad are mounted secure, not cracked in or broken, no dirt, oil, or grease, and my pad are not run thin. Then my inner, I'm not now finna name all my tire parts. My in and outer rim, in and outer tire, thread depth, lug nuts, hub seal, valve stem. And this is the order you start off with, the in and outer rim. Check my in and outer rim, it's not welded. My inner and outer tire, no abrasions, bubbles, or cuts. My thread depth, no less than 4/32 of thread wear, and my tires are evenly worn. Check my lug nuts. There are none missing, no shiny threads or rust trails. Check my hub seal. It's mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. It's not leaking, and if I had a clear sight glass, I would be able to check my fluid level. My valve stem, it's mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. It's got a cap, it's not leaking, and if I had a tire gauge, I would be able to check my air pressure. Then at this point, take one last look over here to make sure you haven't forgotten anything, which I don't think I did. So we can let the hood down. But we not, huh?
Still gotta get in the cab.
We're gonna let the hood down.
The inside might not be as bad. I don't know how to identify those parts.
So, but if y'all follow this video, you won't go wrong on the freeway. But we're not gonna lock it. And usually, if I forget this light, most of the time I don't forget it on this side, because if I caught it on that side, you got credit for it already. Yeah. So we'll have to check none of this stuff here. We've done all this already. The door, the mirror, fuel tank, and all that stuff. We've done all that already. So we're going straight back here now. Now on some trucks, you got your emergency equipment on this side, right? And the only thing you check back here, the back of the cab, is my air lines, all the way through to the trailer. They're mounted secure, not cracked, been broken. The hose is not cut or frayed, and it's not leaking. Then my electrical line on both, and also these glad hands are in a locked position. My electrical line starting right here, mounted secure, not cracked, been broken. You follow the green hose all the way through, and it's in a locked position, and my wire is not cut or frayed. And after I've done these electrical and air hose, I go straight up to the top of my trailer. It usually be a light up there, but we don't have a light on this trailer. So I'm gonna start with my headboard and the side of my trailer. But if you know that truck there, if you go on that one, I'm gonna go up there to that light first and work my way back down. So I'm gonna start with my headboard, side of my trailer. They're mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, not welded. I got red and white reflector tape, and I got a turn signal, a light. It's mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's amber in color. And then when I leave this, I'm going straight to this. Bam. Check this splash guard, a mud flap, whichever you want to call it. It is mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing bolts. My catwalk, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No obstruction. My frame and my cross member, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Not welded. My drive shaft and U-joint, these two parts right here. Drive shaft and U-joint, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, not twisted, and there's no obstruction. And then I'm going to this air hose right here. That's your fifth wheel air hose. It is mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's not leaking. My torque arm, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing bolts. Then I'm going to my brake parts on the inside. My brake hose, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's not leaking. See my brake chamber right here? Check my brake chamber. It's mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's not leaking. No missing hardware. My slack adjuster push rod, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's not leaking. It's got no missing hardware. And if I was to pull on it, I would have no more than 1 inch. There you go. And then I'm going to my suspension. My front and my rear spring mount, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing bolts. Then my leaf spring, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, not shifted. My U-bolts, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing bolts. My shock absorber, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing bolts, and it's not leaking. And now I'm gonna finish my brake parts up. My brake drum and brake pad, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no dirt, oil, or grease, and my pads are not worn thin.
I can send it to y'all. Yeah, I can send it to y'all.
If y'all all have an iPhone, he can airdrop.
I ain't got no iPhone. I got a Galaxy.
That way too. All right. And my inner and my outer rim, mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, not welded. My inner and my outer tire, no abrasions, bubbles, or cuts. My tread depth, no less than
230 seconds.
230 seconds of tread wear. I just want to see if y'all knew that, but y'all own it. And then in tires are evenly worn. My bus space, and how you remember the name of this? You know that Bud beer? Think about that beer and how you feel like you drunk about 6 or 7 of them. Bud, and you're going to feel space. That's how you remember the name of this. If you can't think of the name of that beer, and how I felt after I drunk about 6 or 7. Bud space. And all you have to say about this, tires are not touching no obstruction. Then you go to your lug nuts. A lot of people take this as lug nuts, but they are not. These are the lug nuts. Mine secure, not cracked or broken, none missing, no shiny threads or rust trails. This is really an axle seal, but if you call it a hub seal, you're gonna get credit for it. You can call it axle or hub, the same with the front wheel. Mine secure, not cracked or broken, it's not leaking, and if I had a clear sight glass, I would be able to check my fluid level. Then I'm looking for my valve stem. It's under here. Check my valve stem. It's mount secure, not cracked or broken, it's not leaking, it's got a cap on it, and if I had a tire gauge, I would be able to check my air pressure. And then from the valve stem, this is where you come at, straight to the airbag. Come from around here, from the valve stem, right there. My airbag mount, you can name all these parts together. Airbag mount, airbag, bell housing at the bottom. Airbag mount, airbag, bell housing. They are all mounted secure, not cracked or broken. In the airbag, you see the same thing what you see about the side of your tires. What you see?
No cracks, abrasions.
No, abrasions, bubbles, or cuts. All right. And then when you leave the airbag, I'm gonna name all the coupling parts now. But I'm gonna name the parts, and then I'm gonna show you the order I go to inspect it. Up here, apron. Right here, fifth wheel plate. Right here, pivot pin. This right here, fifth wheel platform. This right here, this part right there. Fifth wheel platform. This here, fifth wheel release arm. And this the release arm lock. And don't forget that air hose, that's part of it too, but we already inspected that. Fifth wheel release arm. And then right here, fifth wheel slide. See this little part right here? This what your fifth wheel slides on. And then down here, fifth wheel mount. And no missing bolts. All right, so I'm gonna name my parts. Apron. Let me see if y'all can name them with me. Apron. Fifth wheel. Pivot pin. Fifth wheel platform. Fifth wheel release arm. Fifth wheel slide. And fifth wheel mount. All right, that's the parts for all your coupling. And plus, you got a kingpin locking jaw. I'm gonna show y'all that when we go back in the back of the truck. So when I come here, I start here. Check my apron. Is mine secure, not cracked or broken? My fifth wheel plate, mine secure, not cracked or broken. No space between the fifth wheel and the apron. And my fifth wheel is properly greased. Fifth wheel pivot pin. Is mine secure, not cracked or broken? No missing clamps or bolts. Fifth wheel platform, mine secure, not cracked or broken. Fifth wheel release arm, mine secure, not cracked or broken, and it's in a lock position. Fifth wheel slide, mine secure, not cracked or broken, and it's in a lock position. Fifth wheel platform, fifth wheel mount, mine secure, not cracked or broken, no missing bolts. Then that's it for the coupling there, and then we're coming back this way. Start on right here. Which you don't say it, the mud flap already, when you touch that thing there, that's your mud flap or splash guard, whichever one you want to call it. But I'm gonna check this. Excuse me. My mud flap is mount secure, not cracked or broken. It got red and white reflector tape on it. On some of the trucks you don't have reflector tape, and if you don't see reflector tape, you don't have to mention it. Proper space between my mud flap and my landing gear. Then you got to go under the truck right here. In the first place I'm going, I'm point right in this crack. See the V? My kingpin and locking jaw. They are mounted secure, not cracked or broken. It's in a locked position. And you remember this talk on I had one in the front? Yeah. Now, this truck got two. All the trucks that got two sets of wheels in the back, got two of them, got one in the front and one in the back. But that single axle Kia's truck, she only had one in the back. So catch this talk on, it's mounted secure, not cracked or broken, no missing bolts. Red, I got my tail lights, mounted secure, not cracked or broken, red in color. This one you don't have to mention because it's not on the test. And then I'm going to go from these lights, to up here. My trailer floorboard and cross member. Mount secure, my crack being broken. My floorboard has no holes or soft spot. And then from that, I'm gonna drop down to this. My landing gear frame is mounted secure, not crack being broken. No missing boots. Then we can come from out of here. Let me see if I can get my old self from out of here. If I could get under here, y'all young folks can get under there. And that's the only way you gotta think. That old man got under there, I know I could do it. I mean, I'm gonna roll this up. My landing gear frame, we checked that, and this is the rest of the landing gear frame. I'm just rolling this up because I just want to make sure we're up when we finish before we start moving the truck. Right, my landing gear frame, I checked that already. My landing gear frame, I already checked that. My landing gear leg, they go up and down, and they are fully raised. My landing gear release handle, it's in a lock position. Then we're coming back this way now. Check this light. It's mounted secure, not cracked, been broken.
Amber in color.
And it's amber in color. Go under the truck right here. I'm gonna go all the way, I'm gonna go under as far as I can. I'm old, but I can still get under. All right. So right here, my tandem slide. Mount secure, not cracked and broken. It's in a locked position. Tandem release on. It's mount secure, not cracked and broken. It's in a locked position. My front and my rear, spring mount. Mount secure. Now crack been broken, no missing bolts. A lot of people miss this thing here. This is your torque arm or control arm, whichever one you want to call it. It's mounted secure. Now crack been broken, no missing bolts. My leaf spring, mounted secure. Now crack been broken, not shifted. You see the U-bolts right here? U-bolts, mounted secure. Now crack been broken, no missing bolts at the bottom. Then my brake hose, you see that? Brake hose, mount secure, not cracked, been broken, not leaking. Brake chamber, mount secure, not cracked, been broken, not leaking, no missing hardware. A lot of people forget the slack adjuster push rod on the back of that. But on the front of the truck, the slack adjuster push rod is in the back. On this truck, on the back of the trailer, and on the back of the tractor. So they forget that. So my slack adjuster push rod, mount secure, not cracked, been broken, and if I was to pull on it, I would have
1 inch.
1 inch. All right, y'all on it. Then my brake drum and brake pad right here. Brake drum and brake pad. Mount secure. Not cracked, been broken. No dirt, oil or grease, and my pads are not worn thin. Then my inner and my outer rim. No, not welded. Then my inner and outer tire. No, what's the ABC?
Abrasions, cuts, and bubbles.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bubbles and cuts.
Yeah.
Y'all on it, bro. And then my thread depth, no more than
236.
237.
And then this
Buzz.
Buzz
space. Tires are not touching, no obstruction.
No obstruction.
Then I'm gonna come up from out of it. The first thing I'm gonna check out here, my lug nuts. They are not missing. No shiny threads or rust trail. My hub seal, mount secure, not cracked and broken. It's not leaking. And I got a clear sight glass and I can check my fluid level. And then my valve stem is mount secure, not cracked and broken. It's not leaking. It's got a cap. And if I had a tire gauge, I would be able to check my air pressure. So we're coming back here. Mud flap, mount secure, not cracked and broken. And look to see if they got any kind of reflector tape on it. If they did, you mentioned that. And then I got two tail lights, 2 side lights. They're mounted secure, not cracked and broken. One is amber color, and the other is red color. You know why they're 2 different colors?
ABS.
This is the ABS light, but you don't have to say what light it is. All you have to do is say, I'm checking this light. If you put your hand and say, I'm checking this light, you're good. And same thing with that trailer. But all of them don't have an ABS light on. And then come back here on the other trailers, I would start with the overhead lights way up here. But you're on Joe team, huh?
No, I'm on Joe team.
Oh, you're on Joe team, but on all the other trailers, you start off with those overhead lights. Let me show you on here, on this trailer here. That's what you start off with. Those lights up there, they're mild secure, not cracked, bent, and broken, red in color. Then I check my door, it's mild secure, not cracked, bent, and broken, no missing ribbons. Then they usually have door cables, mild secure, not cracked, bent, and broken, not cut or fray. And this one got reflector tape, red and white in color. And if it had a handle here, I would say I check this handle. It's mild secure, not cracked, bent, and broken. It's in a locked position. And then I'm gonna drop to my lights. And so we're gonna start off with the lights on that trailer. So with this trailer, I will start with this. This reflector tape, red and white in color. The license plate light, you don't have to mention that because they ain't on the test. My tail lights, all the way across, mild secure, not cracked, bent, and broken, red in color. My DOT bumper, mild secure, not cracked, bent, and broken. And I have red and white reflector tape. Then you come to this side. If I was to do this side, I would do the same thing I've done on the other side. Then I will turn to the examiner, ask him, Mr. Examiner, could you please assist me with checking the operational condition of my light? You check and see if your lights are working. And you go get in the cab, and you tell him to stay back here to the left side where he can see and hear you, from right here. Yeah. And you're gonna yell out the window, check my clearance lights. That's gonna be way up there on your truck. But on your truck, you can just say, check my tail lights. Check my tail lights. They're working. My left turn signal, right turn signal, four-way flashes, and brake lights. And then that's it back here. And we come to the side of my truck. We yelling out to it. Out in the middle, where you can see all of my running lights on the side, this side of my truck. All of my running, he's gonna give you the thumbs up. They're all working. Then you turn your left turn signal on. And it should be working here and under there. Then my brake lights. Hit the brakes, four-way flashes, and then my right turn signal. Then you're through on this side. Then we're gonna yell out, come to the front of my truck. Start off with the overhead clearance lights. They're mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, amber in color. Then I'm gonna drop to my headlights. They are mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. I mean, they're working. That's all you want to see if they're working. And then my bright lights, he gonna give you a thumb up, they're working. My left turn signal, thumb up. Right turn signal, thumb up. My four-way flasher, that's all you check. Overhead clearance lights, headlights, bright lights, left and right turn signal, four-way flasher. They go to the other side of my truck. All of my running lights on this side of the truck. And then my right turn signal. And that's it. And then we're gonna do the in-cab inspection now. Let's go inside. Everybody can fit in there. Show you step by step inside the cab. Well, on the paper, I think they got on that seatbelt first. But me and myself, this is the way I do it.
Want to get a real take a video?
On that paper, as you follow the paper, it might say seatbelt first, but that's not where I start off. I start off by safe start. Safe start. The ABS light came on. I want y'all to see that. So when you turn the key switch on, the ABS light came on and it went off. They pushed the clutch in, make sure it's in neutral, and start it up. Then did the safe start. Now I'm through my seatbelt. Put my seatbelt on. It latches in place. It's not cut or fray, and it's adjusted to me. Then I'm pointing to my windshield. They're mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. No illegal stickers. Got my windshield wipers on. They work. My blades are not cut or free, and they are flush to the window. Windshield wiper, push the thing in. My windshield washers, they work. We can turn that off. Then I go out to my mirrors. Both mirrors are mounted secure, not cracked in or broken. No illegal stickers. They are adjusted to me. Then, after my mirrors, the closest thing to my mirror is this horn. Both horns work. Then I'm coming inside, turn my headlights on. Flip my high beam indicator switch. It works. My left turn signal. It works. My right turn signal. It works. My four-way flashes. They work. Now I'm going to my gauges. My voltmeter, it should read between 12 and 14. My oil pressure gauge should read between 20 and 45. My water temperature gauge should read between 170 and 210. My air pressure gauge should read between 120 and 125. And now, I'm gonna check my heater defroster. All you need to do is put this switch here on heater defroster together and turn the switch on to see if it blows. My defroster, it works. Feel out here. My heater, it works. Then you put that back on regular air. Now I'm ready to do my brake inspection. Push the clutch in, put it in one, push the yellow valve in only. Just ease off the clutch, ease up real slow till you feel a little tug. My trailer brakes, they work. And I'm gonna pull the yellow out, push the red one in. Do the same thing. My tractor brakes, they work. Now I'm gonna push both of them in and do 5 miles per hour. Then try to stop. My service brake, they works. And now, after you've done your service brake, remember this step here, what I'm showing y'all. But this is the one thing a lot of people fail on. So after you've done your 5 mile per hour service brake, don't touch nothing except the key switch. Remember that step. Nothing but the key switch after service brake, okay? Turn it off. Turn it back in the on position where all the lights come on, but don't start it. Then we're gonna do the leak test. The leak, warning, and emergency. Those are the most important thing of the whole pre-trip. Leak test. I'm gonna hold my brakes for 1 minute. And it shouldn't leak no more than 4 PSI. That's about a minute off my brakes. Now I'm gonna do my warning. I'm gonna pump them until the warning light comes on. The warning light is gonna come on around 60 PSI. My warning light came on at about 60, because you look at this, it's right around 60 PSI. And now